A couple of weeks ago, PRISMIC announced its $20 million Series A, co-led by Razeo. And since it's a deal that I worked on with Nicola and Alex, I wanted to share with you some of the behind the scenes and what made us excited about this opportunity. But first, let's start with what PRISMIC is. PRISMIC is a CMS, a content management system, that enables developers to build and manage all the pages they have online. Think of a WordPress on steroids, with a much stronger API to power your website infrastructure and a much better UI builder. And at that point, you will probably tell me, hey Clément, there are tens of CMS providers on the market. It's really a competitive market. What made you think that this company was worth an investment? And you are right, and it's a topic that we discussed a lot with Nicola and Alex while looking at the company. And here is what we thought about it. Before we dive into the topic, let me quickly put to the side the subject of the team, as we were super impressed by what the founders had already achieved without VC money and how driven and ambitious they are. So in that case, definitely a stellar team that we are more than happy to back. Now, going back to our topic of investing in competitive markets, I think that the decision really boiled down to 1, the depth of the market, 2, product differentiation, and 3, market timing. Market depth is probably the topic on which I changed the most my mind the past 2 years. So a couple of years ago, it was very common to look at a company, its competitive landscape, and if there were already some big and well-funded startups out there, I thought that the market was locked and it would be impossible to build other massive companies. But I think that this way of thinking doesn't apply anymore in 2021. Many markets have grown so much that you can have plenty of unicorns or even decacorns on some of them. The eye-opener for me was the payment space. I always loved Stripe as a company, and I thought that they would simply own the whole space, preventing the competition from becoming too big. But last year, I saw a list of the unicorns and decacorns in this industry, and there were more and more of them. Stripe is definitely not slowing down the creation of big companies in this industry. And I think that the main reason is that the market has become so big that even Stripe cannot capture all. The CMS market is probably not as big, but it's a massive one and it has the same dynamics. For instance, WordPress is worth more than 3 billion. Squarespace is currently valued at more than $8 billion. Webflow at more than $2 billion and Wix at around $15 billion at the time of recording this video. I just named 5 unicorns in that space, but I believe that the need to create and manage pages online will only grow. And thanks to his product, PRISMIC, I believe, is well positioned to capture a big piece of that cake. This leads me to my second criteria, which is product differentiation. If many markets have become so big that many unicorns and decacorns can graze on it, you nevertheless need a magic sauce to succeed. And you not only need to bring something different to the market, but also at the right time. And in the case of the CMS market, I think that we've just passed an inflection point. A couple of years ago, many people believed that the future of web apps were desktop apps. With technologies such as Electron, it was becoming easier to build desktop apps that offered better user experience. The reality is that the web browser won. First, people don't want to download too many desktop apps, and second, you can now build amazing web products that run directly in the web browser. So in my opinion, the future of web products at scale is in the browser and is not into desktop apps. And PRISMIC has precisely built a CMS fully compatible with technologies such as React or Vue.js, and they pioneered the concept of slices that makes it easier to build great web products. To sum it up, a massive but still growing market, together with a unique product at the right time and run by a stellar team, is what made us excited about PRISMIC.